We here to teach that we the Israelites. You natives, blacks and Hispanics. Yeah. We on the Most High's grind. We ain't got time for no fools. We trying to rule this footstool with the Lord whose hands like wool. So we here to teach that we the Israelites. You natives, blacks and Hispanics. We here to teach that we the Israelites. You natives, blacks and Hispanics.
And there we shall do what?
We on the Most High's grind. We ain't got time for no fools. We trying to rule.
You hear my captain come up, you hear my officers come up. You believe the word that you're hearing are true? You believe these words? You believe these words? You believe them? Now there's something that you must do. Give me Deuteronomy 10 and 12. Bring it out! Because now that you know that you're from the tribe of Judah, now that you know you're in Israel, then we got something we got to part of. I'm gonna read it to you.
The book of Deuteronomy, chapter 10, verse 12. And now Israel, what doth the Lord thy God require of thee?
Now Israel, now he's talking to you. What does the Lord thy God require of you? Read.
But to fear the Lord thy God.
But to fear the Lord thy God. Right? Hold on. Let's figure out what to fear mean. What does fearing the Most High God give you?
Yeah.
Right? In order to fear Him, you get something for fearing Him. You get something for following His commandments. Let's get it.
Bring it out, bro.
What you gotta understand is that nobody out here fears the Most High God. Nobody out here, if they fear the Most High God, they will follow His ways, especially if you're Israel. That's right. They wouldn't be out here committing wickedness.
Right.
Out here fornicating.
Right.
Get it, read. This is what the fear of the Lord gets you. Read.
Get out. Book of Psalms, chapter 111, verse 10. The fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom.
See, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. You fear the Lord, you begin to gain wisdom. Read.
A good understanding have all they that do His commandments.
So you get a good understanding when you follow His commandments. That's why we're able to come up here and tell you that you're Israel.
Right.
That's why we're able to come up here and correct you from your wickedness.
Right.
Because we follow the commandments of the Most High God.
Right.
Therefore we get the wisdom and understanding of His words.
Right.
We're able to come out here and wake up our people, you so-called blacks, you so-called natives, you so-called Hispanics, to come back to your true nationality.
Right.
This is what you get for fearing the Most High God.
Right.
Let's go back to Deuteronomy 10 and 12.
To fear the Lord thy God, to walk in all His ways, and to love Him,
And to love Him, read.
and to serve the Lord thy God with all thy heart and with all thy soul.
So we gotta love Him we gotta serve with all thy heart and all thy soul.
To keep the commandments of the Lord,
So we're to keep the commandments of the Lord
and His statutes,
and His statutes.
which I command thee this day for thy good.
So what He commanded us to do from the beginning. He's always commanded us to keep His commandments. He never went away from that. That what they teach you in church about His laws being done with is not true.
Bring it out.
It's not. So now that you know this, now that you believe it, now that you sit here listening, do you know how to repent? It's a two-step process. What is it? What is it? What is that supposed to be? Tell me what you think it is. Ask for forgiveness. That's just ask for forgiveness. So we can just do whatever we want. Monday through Saturday, wake up on Sunday, go to church and ask God for forgiveness, and we're good. No, let's figure out what it is.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, verse 48. And so return unto thee with all their heart.
So we have to return to the Most High God with all of our hearts, which is our minds. He's not talking about the heart, the vessel that pumps blood in.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, verse 46. If they sin against thee, for there is no man that sinneth not.
So if they sin against us, for no man that hasn't sinned, read.
And thou be angry with them, and deliver them to the enemy.
So that's like we talked about, because God was angry with us, the most I was angry for committing out of wickedness and breaking His commandments. This is our enemy, read.
so that they carry them away captives unto a land of the enemy, far or near.
Because we were carried away captives into the land of our enemies, far or near, in America and across the world. You will find the Israelites, read.
Yet, if they shall bethink themselves.
Yet, if you shall bethink yourself, do you know what it means to bethink? To bethink yourself, it means to remember. It means to remember yourself, read.
And if they shall bethink themselves in the land whither they were carried captives.
So if you remember yourself in the land where we were carried captives, aka America here today, read.
And repent.
And repent, right? Let's find out. Let's get what repenting is.
You got any questions?
It's more than just asking God for forgiveness. When we repent, it's required of works. We have to do things.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 13.
You guys got a question? You guys come up and listen. I'm going to teach you guys how you guys are according to the Bible. I'm dealing with my brother right now, but I'd love to be able to teach you guys how you guys are according to the Bible.
The book of Proverbs, chapter 28, verse 13.
Brother, sister, come up here. I'm going to talk to you for a second.
He that covereth his sins shall not prosper.
So he that shall cover his sins shall not prosper. If you're covering your sins, you will not prosper. Read.
But whoso confesses and forsaketh them shall have mercy.
So we have to confess our sins and we have to forsake our sins. You need to forsake? To turn away from, to never do again.
Right.
Once we confess our sins, we confess all of our wickedness that we've done in our life, we are to turn away from that. That's the 2 steps to repentance.
Verse 47.
Let me let you for a second.
Yet, if they shall bethink themselves in the land whither they were carried captive.
So we remember ourselves in the land where we were carried captive in America, read.
And repent.
And repent means to confess and to forsake of our sins, read.
And make supplication.
And to pray, read.
Into thee in the land of them that carried them captive.
So pray into the land that we were carried captives.
Saying we have sinned.
Saying we have sinned.
And done perversely.
And have done perverse. We have done perverse things in our wickedness, read.
We have committed wickedness.
We have committed tons of wickedness, read.
And so return unto thee with all their heart.
We have to return to the Most High God with all of our mind, read.
And with all their soul.
And with all of our soul.
In the land of their enemies.
In the land of our enemies. Have you noticed that God always refers to our enemy? Because we have enemies, believe it or not. Contrary to belief, everybody doesn't love us. Everybody doesn't love everybody. That's not true.
Right.
We have enemies.
Right. Which led them away captive.
Because led us away captive, read.
And pray unto thee.
And we pray unto thee, read.
Toward their land.
So pray unto us, toward our land. Do you know where our land is? That's what I'm tripping out about. You know where our land is? No, this is the land we were carried captive. We have our own land. Get out! Get it.
The book of Galatians, chapter 4, verse 26.
Bring it out, bro.
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
So, are we again?
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
Which is the land of Jerusalem is the mother of us all. So we are not from Africa.
Right.
Like we were told to. Like we were told. We all come from the land of Jerusalem. Right. That's what we pray to towards the east. That's what it's talking about in 1 Kings. Go back to 1 Kings. Read.
And pray unto thee toward their land.
So we got to pray unto the Most High God toward our land, which is the east. Read.
Which thou gavest unto their fathers.
That's the land that was given to our forefathers. Read.
The city which thou hast chosen, and the house which I have built for thy name.
So do you get what I'm saying? Okay, so do you know where's the land at? Jerusalem. Which direction is Jerusalem? Is it, read that part again. Oh, it's east. So it says face towards their land, which is east. Jerusalem east. So whenever we pray, we're face towards the east, which is Jerusalem, which is the land of us all. Read.
Which thou gavest unto their fathers.
That was the land that the Most High God gave our forefathers. Read.
The city which thou hast chosen, and the house which I have built for thy name.
This is the house that the Most High God had built for the nation of Israel. This is the land that He's given us. This is King Solomon, by the way.
Then hear thou their prayer and their supplication in heaven,
so
thy dwelling place, and maintain their cause.
So if we do this, He will hear our prayers. Right? Because right now, do you believe your prayers? Matter of fact, it's up there. When you pray, do you believe your prayers are getting heard in your wickedness? You do? Let's get that. Because what we got to understand is we out here committing wickedness, and we think we're praying to God and thinking that He's answering our prayers, which is not true.
The
Bring it
book
out.
of John,
Read.
chapter 9, verse 31. Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
Now we know what?
God heareth not sinners.
So God here is not sinners. So we already know what the law was. So if you're not wearing fringes, if you're not keeping your beard, if you're out here eating pork, if you're out here eating seafood, the crab, the lobster, the clams and all that, you're committing sin.
Right.
Read that first part again.
Now we know that God heareth not sinners.
So if you're doing any of those things, He's not hearing your prayers. Read.
Right. But if any man be a worshiper of God and doeth His will,
And do with His will. Do you know what His will is? What's His will? What he asked? Get it. Get it. See what His will is. We gotta find out what His will is. Because He just said He hears not the prayer of sinners, but those who worship Him and do with His will. You have to do something for Him to hear your prayers. Read.
the book of Psalms, chapter 40, verse 8. I delight to do thy will.
We delight to do His will. Read.
Oh my God.
This is King David speaking, by the way. Read.
Yea, thy law is within my heart.
That what?
Thy law is within my heart.
So the will of God is to do His law.
Right.
So if we are to do the will, we are to do God's law and to keep His commandments, then He will hear our prayers.
Right.
So you think you're praying when you go home at night? Believe me, hey, the devil answers prayers too. So when you're praying at night and you haven't repented, your prayers are not being heard. Go back to Kings. Acts 3:19. So these are the steps. What were the first two steps that we talked about that you have to do? What are two things you got to do first? There's two things that we read that you have to do. Where were they? Okay. Which direction you got to face in when you're doing these things? The east, right? Towards which land? Jerusalem, right? Okay, then what were the two things that we had to do? Remember, I talked about them. There was two things. I said you had to do this and you had to do this. You have to forsake. You have to confess your sins and to forsake them, to turn away from them, to never do them again. Those are the two things you got to do, right? Facing which way? And to which land is that? Jerusalem. And what are you doing when you're doing that? I just said it. You confess them and to forsake them. So you face the east, you confess and you forsake your sins to turn from everything again.
Repent ye therefore.
Repent ye therefore. This is what we tell you to do. This is the New Testament. He tells us that we have to repent, read.
And be converted.
And be converted. What does it mean to be converted? What does it mean to be converted? Oh, it's okay. It's all good, bro. I'm over here to teach you. I don't expect you to know all the answers.
The book of Psalms, chapter 19, verse 7.
Bring it out.
The law of the Lord is perfect.
So the law of the Lord is perfect. Right? Read.
Converting the soul.
Doing what?
Converting the soul.
Guys, we can do that again.
The law of the Lord is perfect.
So, Emmanuel, listen. The law of the Lord is perfect. Doing what?
Converting the soul.
What is it? Converting the soul. Right?
The testimony of the Lord is sure.
So, what does it mean to convert? If you did, you did. Read again.
The law of the Lord is perfect.
So the law of the Lord is perfect. The things I'm telling you that you're doing are perfect. Keep wearing your fringes, wearing your beard, not eating the foul foods, right? The pork, the shrimp, the crab, right? All that, right?
Converting the soul.
So the law of the Lord converting the soul. What is it? If you're converting to something, if somebody was, if you, let's say you like sports team, you like the Seahawks fan, he's like, I'm going to convert to the other team. What do you do? You change, right? Change. So it means to change. To convert means to change. So when you're converting, you're changing. this is what converting does, though.
Converting the soul. The law of the Lord is perfect.
So when you follow these laws, this law of the Lord is perfect. There's no blemishes in these laws. Right? Read.
Converting the soul.
So when you're following, you're doing these laws, you're changing. Your soul is slowly changing. You're converting. Right? You're striving for perfection. Because this law is perfect. Let me go back to the act. So, again, I'm going back. Which way do we face when we're praying? Right? To Jerusalem, right? What are the two things? This is important. There you go. To go one, confess, and to forsake all praises to the Most High. Do you know how to pray?
I said, where am I coming to?
It's okay if you don't know how to pray. I'm gonna show you. Read. So, you know, how did they show you how to pray in church? That's fine. But what do you do with your hands? Right. That is not how we pray. Let's get it.
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, verse 22. And Solomon stood before the altar of the Lord.
Because this is King Solomon getting ready to pray, read.
In the presence of all the congregation of Israel.
So now he's in front of the whole of everybody praying, read.
And spread forth his hands toward heaven.
So he spread forth towards he spread forth his hands toward heaven. Right? So this is how he is. He's in front of the congregation, read. Give me the one in 54. Because you talk about being on your knees, right? But when you're on your knees, you're not praying with your hands crossed. You know what I'm saying?
The book of 1 Kings, chapter 8, verse 54. And it was so that when Solomon had made an end of praying all this prayer and supplication unto the Lord, he arose from before the altar of the Lord, from kneeling on his knees with his hands spread up to heaven.
So the first time he was praying in front of the congregation with his hands up towards heaven. The second time he was alone praying on his knees with the same way with his hands towards heaven. So when you're praying, facing which direction? To which land is that? And if you plan on converting and you plan on wanting to come back to the Most High and follow His laws and your commandments, what are the two things you're doing when you're praying towards the east and Jerusalem? What are the two things you're going to do? Do what? Confess and forsake. Those are the two things you're going to do. Before we go, let me get Sirach 5 and 7 real quick. Because now that you know all of these things, right? You know that you got to confess and forsake. You know you got to face towards the east when you pray. You know that your homeland is Jerusalem. You know that you're an Israelite. All these things are good, right? But I want you to listen to this real quick.
Book of Sirach, chapter 5, verse 7.
I'll read.
Make no tarrying to turn to the Lord.
So make no tarrying. So that means to not procrastinate. Do not delay to turn to the Lord. Read.
And put not off from day to day.
So don't put the Most High God off from day to day. You're hearing His truth right now. The next thing you should be doing is going home, praying to the Most High God, facing the east, confessing and forsaking your sins. Right? Don't put them off. Say, "Oh, I learned it. I believe in it. I'm gonna wait till there's some more things I want to do in this world. I'm gonna do it next week. Next week comes, I'm gonna do it tomorrow." You're not. This is why. Read.
For suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord come forth.
So suddenly shall the wrath of the Lord to come forth. So suddenly the destruction comes forth. Read.
And in thy security.
So when you're secure, when you get home from work, you're sitting at the house, you're good. You know, you're at your house, you're in front of your 50-inch screen TV, you might be drinking a beer or something, you're comfortable, you're secure. What's going to happen?
The wrath of the Lord cometh forth. And in thy security, thou shalt be destroyed.
You're going to be destroyed. That's why you do not tarry. That's why you do not procrastinate. That's why you do not delay to turn to the Most High God. To confess and to forsake your sins. To repent and come back to the law and statutes of the Most High God.
Right.
Israelite, brother, and we love you. And when you see you come home, because this earth, this America is not going to be here too much longer. We're living in the last days.
Right.
It's important. It's high time for our so-called blacks, Native Americans, and Hispanics to wake up.
Right.
And to come back to the law and statutes of the Most High God.
Right.
you gotta do. That's what's required of you. So when you go home tonight, bro, I pray to the Most High God. That's what you do. You got a flyer. All of our information's on there. We got a website. Open it up. I can show you. This is it right here. Look, Israelites.org. Right? Log on. We got classes 7 days a week, 3 times a day. There's no excuse why we can't be in class, right? Oh, and it's free. It's free. You don't gotta pay. So you go in a contacts tab, click contacts, scroll down to Officer CREs over Washington and Oregon.
Shalom, Israel. I'm Elder Nathaniel, Israel United in Christ. YouTube likes to shut our channels down, as some of you have noticed, ever so often. Subscribing to join IUIC will assure you will always stay connected to our YouTube accounts. We want to do our best to make sure this truth gets out. Please click and join our subscriber YouTube channel called Join IUIC to stay linked to all of our videos. So again, please make sure you subscribe to this Join IUIC channel to get your latest updates from all our YouTube channels. Shalom.